Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome aboard the Audiria Astra for another Genshin Impact stream. Hello, Cole, Maxim, Tommy, Hatanashi, Ali. I'm glad you all could be here today. So today we're going to be playing the new update in Genshin. You guys know what we're here for. Let's just hurry up and get to the roles. I've been waiting all day. Also, Maxim, you're a monster. I expect that out of Cole, but I expect better of you, Maxim. Actually, wait. First, we're going to play the test run for good luck. Character description. Miko's elemental skill allows her to move rapidly and leave a Sesho Sakura behind. Sesho Sakura periodically strike nearby opponents with lightning. As the number of Sesho Sakura within a certain AoE increases, they will increase in level and deal greater damage. Sesho Sakura have a quantity limit and a level limit. Miko's elemental burst unleashes fearsome lightning that expends all nearby Sesho Sakura to trigger additional damage dealing lightning bolts. Additional elemental orbs will drop during the trial event challenge to facilitate the testing of the trial character's elemental burst. You just think Chi-Chi is going to be good at— No!
Show them.
She's not going to be good at 6-6.
Right here.
C6.
Emerge.
Stop saying that.
This moment will be frozen.
Try not to. Right now. Emerge. Right now.
So—
I'm always watching.
Oh.
Emerge.
How do you— I don't know how you play this. You just like try to place down as many of these in an area as possible, I guess.
Oh, so. Freeze.
Right now.
I didn't—
Emerge.
I haven't looked at the guides or how to play this character yet. Is she good? I don't know. We'll find out. Always watching. Nice. What? Watching what? Okay, we'll get the extra 20 Primo Gems. And— oh wait, that's not the wish button. Okay, so we came prepared. Chi-Chi or no Chi-Chi, we are getting her today. Let's the rules begin. You wonder if characters like this will be any good or feel a need to join around the freeze button? Right. Hello, Levy. Welcome aboard. Are you wondering if characters like to be or feel a need that I have? Well, we should we'll find out. I roll for waifu. Oh, what's on? No, that's not that bad. Wait, who else is on this banner? Diona Fish. I don't need any more Dionas and officials. Wait, how many? What constellation is Toma is that? I don't think he's at C6. Okay. I could use some more Tomas. I don't need any more officials or Dionas. Do you guys want me to skip through these? Or actually like individually click every single one? Oh. A razor. Oh, and another Toma. That's okay. That's nice. I'd appreciate some 4-star weapons. But this is okay. Skip except for the 5 stars. Yeah, we have one vote to skip. Cause we might be here for— oh, there's official. Okay, we'll just speed it up by skipping then. Oh! First 5-star. Okay, that's a 4-star. That's okay. It has to be this one then, right? Yay! Okay, wow. That was— how many rolls was that? It was less than 70. Well, that's not the history. Thank you. Thank you, everyone. Ursula is a circle. The moment I saw it, I knew it wasn't one of any of the base. Wait, no, this is... What? Wait, why isn't she in the history? Is it not updated? Oh, so it doesn't have any... Okay, someone will have to go back and watch the VOD to figure out how many rolls it actually took. Because the history isn't there. Sad. The reverse psychology of saying you get to work. Oh, hello, Afro Squirrel. Welcome aboard. And thank you. History updates on a 10-minute cycle. I see. We will get... No, we're not ending stream yet. We still got the whole new story chapter to play through. Hey, that actually went pretty well. I only got one official and one the bell, so that's one useless 4-star weapon and one useless 4-star constellation. Okay, here she is. Yay, Miko. Lady Guji of the Grand Narukami Shrine also serves as the editor-in-chief of Yay Publishing House. Unimaginable intelligence and cunning are hidden under her beautiful appearance. Unimaginable intelligence. Any Mona? I still don't have Mona. Constellations, let's say Yakin Offering. Each time Great Secret Art Tenko Kenshin activates a Tenko Thunderbolt, Yumiko will store 8 elemental energy for herself. Sesho Sakura start at level 2 when created, their max level is increased to 4, and their attack range is increased by 60%. Oh, wow, Constellation 2 seems pretty good. Once there's the lightning hits a bonus, the their bonus. That's kind of mediocre. Increase the will ignore 60% of the opponent's... Oh, gosh. Well, C6 is always overpowered. So, that doesn't surprise me too much. If we can't imagine it, does it even exist? I mean, that depends on your personal capacity for imagination, Cole. Oh. I don't have any of these. I have enough of all her other materials. I forgot. We're gonna have to farm these. Well, if we have time after doing the story chapters, we'll do that. I really hate doing those bosses, so I'm not in a rush to do that. So, story chapter. Right. Oh, I accidentally started the story quest earlier by walking up to Catherine. But it's okay. The story quest has told us there's something going on. Oh, we have to go kill some dogs on Narukami Island. Yes, that's all we were told. So, Cole beware. You pulled her 3 times? Yes, Ali, I know that you pulled her 3 times. You told me. I remember. If you don't want to spoil the story, you're gonna hold up on watching stream. Okay. Have fun, Maxim.
They're attacking the sacred Sakura! Stop them! My will embodied.
I did not want to start climbing that closer. Like teasing me about it? Yeah, I just like being teased about it. So kindly stop.
Allow me.
Sad face. Wait.
Take flight.
Oh,
Commission needed help. Come on, Traveler.
jeez, how many waves are there? It's okay, Elite. Don't take that too seriously. Something got filtered? Oh, these are the... Let me get you your comically large cork. Huh? What about corks?
Wait, no. Could also be A.
Oh, it's you two. It has been a long time.
Raiden Shogun?
We have not seen each other since the resolution of the Tenryou Commission
You missed what I
crisis.
said? It's okay.
Okay, sounds more like A.
I didn't expect...
It is you, right?
So I'm going into the story here completely blind.
You sure made short work of them. That was amazing.
I'm making
What are
early
you doing
preparations
here?
for what is to come.
The stuff Paimon's mouth? Oh, I see. For
Last
what
time
is
we
to
took a walk around
come.
Inazuma together, I witnessed the way the world is today. I was finally able to comprehend some things that I had never understood in the past.
Wasn't that girl evil? No, she wasn't evil.
Since
She
then,
just
every
didn't like
time
us
I
very much.
encounter an obstacle in my thinking, I find myself having the urge to spend some time in the outside world.
Makes sense. You must get super bored being stuck in there all the time.
Might I remind you that I am not here to amuse myself. Recently, I have observed a number of changes in the external world from the plane of Euthymia. The most serious of these
Putting
being the
your
attack
cork
on the
in
sacred
Paimon's
Sakura by
mouth.
numerous rift hounds.
No, bad call.
I considered this matter worthy of my attention.
We do not use
So I
Paimon.
pursued
Do
them.
not loot the
And they
Paimon.
led me here, where I happened to run into you.
It doesn't seem like a matter needing the Archon's
If the Shogun
attention.
rather than I were to discover them, yes, perhaps she would have left the situation alone.
Why? Because she's just a puppet?
Precisely. According to the rules I designed for her, matters of this nature are to be delegated to the Tri-Commission. But rift hounds attacking the sacred Sakura... It brings back bad memories of that terrible
Probably why it
disaster.
got censored. Understandable.
A disaster?
Yes. 500 years
YouTube
ago,
does censor some
a great
silly
catastrophe
things,
befell
but
Inazuma.
sometimes it also gets it right.
Everything was engulfed in a pitch-black fog, and monsters ravaged the land. Countless lives were lost, and this homeland that the people had worked so hard to build barely escaped being obliterated entirely. The
Oh,
monsters
no.
committed many atrocities on Inazuman soil, and the Rift Hounds were always their advance guard. Their duty was to tear open a passage through space with their claws and teeth, and then call in even more powerful beasts.
Oh, wow. Rift Hounds can tear through space and time. That is... Would not have gathered that from just fighting them in the
So
game.
you've heard of it, too. That's an episode of history that I am loath to recall. Maybe to you, it seems like my response to these creatures was an excessive one. But an excess of caution is not unwarranted in this case.
Guess you can't argue with that.
You guess that explains the rift part? Huh,
Since
I
we are
guess
both here
so.
for the same reason, let us work together. From the traces they've left in the surrounding area, there should be many more monsters nearby. All of them must be eliminated.
Paimon feels so safe when we're in Ace Company. Having someone uber powerful on your team kind of makes you feel invincible, doesn't it? Oh yeah, after we've dealt with the monsters, we should ask her to tell us more about Conria. This color.
The Hound of
Similar to
Tyndalus?
the color when the sacred Sakura takes
Not
damage.
quite.
Let's follow it. It should be this way.
I mean, the Hounds of Tyndalus... I'm pretty sure are completely unrelated. Because they're like time traveling. Well, they live in the angles of time. Also, since when do Rift Hounds leave behind marks? Like, this just looks like blue paint. Have you been like drooling? Did you just like drool on the dirt? Oh wait. Oh, maybe that's dog poop. That's just Riptown poop. And why you get stuck into a spin portal when you beat them? Oh, sounds like this on the other side, tearing open into
We are
a
lucky.
side of
The
time.
damage is not too serious. The Yashiro Commission will be able to nurse the root system back to health.
This stuff that's flowing out, is it sap or something?
Also, like,
And how come it's glowing?
I feel like the Sacred Sakura is like 99% root by volume.
Huh?
It's a bit strange. You'd think the actual like tree part would be bigger if its root system were this big.
This?
Oh boy, ghosts.
Could they be dead people? It wouldn't be the first time we'd seen ghosts on our journey. But why would they appear here?
Let's search the area. Perhaps
Imagine
we
if
will
you
find out.
die from a couple nibbles. What? Nibbles from what?
I can't go on like this. Not when the other troops are counting on me.
What happened here? Could you tell us?
Who are you? What are you doing here? Run quick while you still can. The monsters will be back. And once you're in their sights, I'm telling you there's no escaping them. We will defend
Wait, are these
Inazuma
like
until our dying breath.
recent ghosts? Or old ghosts?
You
What exactly happened?
don't know?
Oh, okay, they're
Inazuma
500-year-old
is
ghosts.
engulfed in darkness.
I'm not really surprised that these wore the exact same outfits
And horrifying
500 years
monsters
ago,
are
considering
everywhere.
Inazuma
They're
is the
merciless,
nation of
ferocious,
eternity.
and they will devour everything in their path. Every last trace of humanity's existence, I tell you. They'll devour it all.
Riptowns? I mean, it takes a bit more to... I mean, Riptowns aren't
Going around here?
that dangerous. They're more annoying than dangerous.
Not right now, but they'll be
Oh,
back.
I see.
Look, get out of here. Now, there's no time left. The almighty Shogun is gone. So is Kitsune Saigu. There is no one left to rely on but
Kitsune
ourselves.
Saigu.
I don't know what we can hold out for.
The other
If we
fox.
abandon our hope,
The
then we've
NPC
got
fox
nothing left at all.
that showed up for one quest
Don't
that
worry.
was entirely
I'm right here.
unvoiced.
It's the Shogun? You're back. Please, we beg you. You have to help us. You have to save us. Only the glow of your supreme lightning can dispel this terrible darkness. Please, or the whole of Inazuma will be reduced to a hunting ground for the beasts.
Calm down. The war you speak of is over.
Over? But what do you mean? Shogun,
Oh,
Look
poor
around you.
Kitamura.
The grass grows green and lush, and a soft breeze blows. This is Inazuma at peace, as you will no doubt remember.
Oh my gosh, you can actually just talk to the ghost and
There
convince
are
them
no monsters.
that they're in the modern
Nor
world.
is there anything
hello,
else here
Jayling.
that
Welcome
could threaten your
aboard.
life.
what? But how? Just moments ago, they were everywhere. I saw them tear my comrade to shreds with my own eyes.
Hey, calm down.
Hey, your comrades are
Now.
lying on the ground in one piece.
I think I
I guess
understand.
metaphorical terror,
Almighty
tearing
Shogun,
to shreds.
you saved Inazuma. Yes, we were right to place our trust in the Almighty Shogun. As long as the Shogun is with us.
Soft wind blows, lightning strikes too beautifully. Yeah,
Thank you.
I guess that, I assumed that Storm was scripted, but I guess it wasn't.
Oh, what's wrong with him?
Is he disappearing?
He's
Imagine
gone.
waking up only to be told you're dead.
Paimon can't even begin
I mean,
to understand what that was all
Wouldn't that
about.
be your idea, Cole?
Somehow, Paimon feels all sad and hopeless.
If I am not mistaken, what we just saw was a samurai's memory that was buried in the land.
Eternal lightning and all.
The sacred sakura can absorb
I
and
mean, yeah, I'm
purify
sure it's
the
nothing
filth in the
compared to her
rainlands.
hurricane.
After the
I still
Rifthound's
wouldn't really
attack,
call it a gentle wind,
some of
though.
this filth leaked out through the cracks in the trunk and formed a physical entity. An entity formed with strong filth would be
Aw,
highly
sad voice
aggressive.
crack.
But when
Oh my
purified,
gosh.
it presents
Tommy
in the form
actually
of a memory.
liking one of Paimon's voice lines. Oh yeah, you like to be a ghost for longer? Oh, so like 5 minutes isn't good enough for you?
Purified filth quickly dissipates and will be absorbed by the ley lines shortly afterwards. In other words, it cannot exist for too long.
The same thing happened
So
to
the
Dusky
memories of
Me.
the ones that died are all appearing at this moment?
Yes. That soldier was one of
You
the
like
many
you like more
thousands
if the
who
voice
made
director didn't
ultimate
tell her to be even
sacrifice.
more squeaky.
What he was describing
I
just
heard
now
something like that's
was
about
precisely
that was
the
about like
disaster that happened in
not
Inazuma
straining her voice as much
500
because
years
for
ago.
some reason it was harder for the voice actor to speak in the lower tone for longer periods of time, but I have no idea if that's actually true or not. This is something I heard. If you could, you live the rest of your undeath as a ghost, same life without needing to eat or sleep. I mean, that depends on like how much you can actually influence the world, right? If you couldn't use a computer as a ghost, that'd be pretty boring, right? Like all you could do is like haunt your house and spy on other people who are using the computer for whatever. He mentioned that the
Yes.
Shogun was absent.
Inazuma was facing many great crises at that time. Some were local in
Hello,
origin,
Alex. Welcome
while
aboard.
others came from the now fallen kingdom of
You
Kanmei.
already drank a really strong energy drink and it's only 9:21 a.m. in your place? That sounds like you're
disaster
ready for the
in
day
Inazuma
then.
caused me great concern. I felt that I had to
Then
step
there'd
in
be no
before it was
point in
too
you
late.
pass on to the next
Otherwise,
life.
it would spread to all of the
Sad.
land. But my friend, Kitsune Saiku, reassured me that I had nothing to worry about. She would shoulder the responsibility of protecting Inazuma and mobilize all forces at her disposal to combat the threat. I could tell that, although neither of us
Oh,
acknowledged
okay,
it,
so this quest
we
is
both
actually
knew
getting
that
into
road
the
ahead would likely
Conrad
end
lore.
in tragedy.
So, Inazuma was attacked at the same time as when the disaster happened in Conria?
Unexpected.
Countless monsters suddenly appeared throughout all of Inazuma. In the end,
How long do you think the
Kitsune
reincarnation
Saiku
cycle
sacrificed
is?
her life to protect the people.
I mean, it depends on which religion you're referring to, but I think it's typically thought of as being timeless. Like, you can reincarnate into any point in time.
I never had the chance to see her one last
So it's
time,
not necessarily like
but I would like to
you're
believe that she kept her promise to
reborn
me
into someone
until
who
the
is just
very
being
last.
that's being born right at that moment.
But even then, Inazuma was left more devastated than we could have ever imagined. Those terrible
Your
tragedies
mom saw your wallet
left
yesterday. Your
great
wallet
wounds
is
that are
just the
still
one
felt
used
to
for
this
pens. I
day,
got a really good wallet.
both on the land itself
Why would you use a wallet just for
and in
pens?
my heart.
What?
Hey,
Is this the loss that Miko
Yes.
mentioned?
For the longest time, I couldn't bring myself to face the pain of that loss. All my martial might was in vain. Though I could conquer Tatarigami and vanquish monsters, I was helpless against the ravages of time, powerless to keep the ones I cherished alive. But after my clash with human ambition, I thought long and hard. Now I realize I cannot fixate on the past forever.
So you're no longer stuck in the past?
When I traveled around
It reminds me of
Inazuma
an
with you,
interpretation as
I caught a
reincarnation as all
glimpse of
lives
how
in the
the
world
nation has
being the same
progressed over the
person.
centuries. A glimpse of human potential. Everything far exceeded
I
my
guess.
expectations.
Like reincarnation, so here's the thing, if reincarnation worked linearly, then it couldn't actually work, right? Because the population is always growing. So where are all these souls coming from, you know? The reincarnation can't actually work linearly, if it actually works at all. Yeah, it's like a purse for pens and just color your straw, so it's not really a wallet though. You're a big deal, so when your mother saw your wallet, she laughed out loud. I see. When I traveled around Inazuma with you, you caught a glimpse of how the nation has progressed over the century.
Moving forward
You already read this.
inevitably invites
I don't need to
further
read.
loss,
I don't need to read.
but
The
also
course is voiced.
new
I
encounters.
just need to read the voice option or the dialogue options.
Just think of that soldier. Despite all the losses he had experienced, he still chose to keep fighting for the sake of moving forward. All those
Yay.
who sacrificed themselves back then gave their lives fighting for a future. But perhaps
Wait, so is
the future
is
they
A
were
actually going to
hoping
change
for
her mind and stop
is
being
not
the
the
Archon of
that I
Eternity
once
now?
strove for. As Inazuma's god,
Absolutely.
it is high time I honored their wishes. Warriors of the past, who spilled your blood on this land, your noble souls
Wait, really?
now
That's it?
rest in this
That's
earth.
all that convinced her to abandon
I
eternity?
will never forget you, and all that you did
Include
for
animals in the
Inazuma.
reincarnations? Psycho, and you'd have enough?
He's taking all this pretty hard.
Come on,
I
let's get
guess.
investigating the damage to the sacred Sakura.
I'm still not gonna feel bad about, like, killing bugs, though. Even if they do have souls. Oh, right, we were in the middle of a chase. We were following the, what did Tommy call them? The rift droppings?
Expected, there are a load of rift hounds here too.
Are there? I only see one. Oh, two. Oh!
Now you shall
I see. So, Raiden is the only character we get for this. It's a
There is no
unexpected little trick. Wait, how strong? How strong is this Raiden? Level 90, attack 2,274. Details, crit rate, crit damage, energy recharge 220. How does this compare to mine? Well, the attack is way higher. I have more energy recharge, more crit damage, but less crit rate. And no ballistic.
illusion shattered.
Okay, so, well, I guess the main difference is that mine lacks
Inazuma shines
a lot of
eternal.
attack. But I do have a lot more energy recharge.
Huh? Something seems wrong with A.
You always assumed reincarnation was a thing would just be a thing that happens to existing souls, but new souls can come into existence. Well then, what happens if, like, you don't have enough bodies for the souls to go into? Would there be like a soul queue? You get like a soul backlog?
Why would you ask that?
Always be new versus the fusing of each piece of a parent soul into a new one.
Usually you pull out
That's
your sword
very
and
random.
swish. Vaporize them all in one go. No?
Alright, that makes you feel better about your crit stats. I mean, Raiden's not supposed to be used as a
You are
main
unduly
DPS.
concerned.
Sorry.
I'm simply conserving my energy. Although I have some understanding of the situation already, it could take an unexpected turn at
You had
any
the
time.
vibe, so when you learn about reincarnation, you thought our souls are clones of Adam.
I must be prepared for anything. If there are more formidable monsters lying in wait in this area, I must make
NPCs
sure
out
I
there,
have the strength to
NPCs.
face them.
Wait, what? What? What about NPCs? Please don't actually care that much about spoilers, TBH. That's fair. I don't care about spoilers at all either. So,
Spoken like the seasoned shogun.
I mean, I guess I kinda understand it, but I don't really get people who are just like immensely bothered by spoilers.
This time. We definitely need to tell the Yashiro Commission about this.
It's like you can still enjoy something even if you know what happens.
Again.
Is it the same situation as before? Oh no. Wait, a blindfolded old man?
Uruyama? Is that you?
Almighty
E-Master.
what brings you back so soon? I thought you were off
When
fighting
pieces
a
occur when you have
battle
too
in a
many
distant
bodies and
land.
not enough souls.
Fighting a battle in a distant land.
Oh.
Sounds like this guy's talking about 500.
Allow me to introduce Furuyama.
No, wait.
He is a tea master.
Oh, that reminds me. There's this one RPG, like Pillars of Eternity.
Though blind,
Like the premise of the
Kuriyama
RPG
is
was like
unparalleled in his ability
babies
to
were being
appraise
born
talent.
without souls.
He brews some of
And
the
like
very finest
the whole
tea
plot line was
in
figuring
Zoo.
out why that was happening and figuring out how to stop it.
Your Excellency, you shower me with praise undeserved. I have simply had the good fortune to be in Your Excellency's presence long enough
Genshin-wise,
to
you don't
become
really mind?
acquainted with all the skills that are required of me. It sounds like the
Why
Almighty
not,
Shogun
Maxim?
has brought a
Okay.
guest.
See ya, Alex. Have fun.
I'm afraid I'm
Sounds like
unable
the
to serve
Almighty
you
Shogun
any
brought a guest.
respectable refreshments on account of the current situation. But please,
Imagine there is a
save the
battle
best.
royale to be reincarnated. That would be.
After all, it's quite a mess out there.
That sounds like the premise for a manga. Actually, I feel like there's probably an anime or a manga about that already. Hello, Chris. Welcome aboard. I'm glad you can make it. By the way, your new wallet is fire. Oh no, Alex. You should probably put that out.
What should we do?
Do you remember a time when someone got yelled at for spoiling Marvel Infinity by saying Spider-Man was going to be in it? Wait, did that happen to you, Livy? Let's go along. I want to learn more about the past.
Yeah. Sheesh. There's monsters everywhere out there. It's pitch black and loads of people have been injured.
I see. So they have fought their way this far
SpongeBob gets
already.
dusted in Infinity War? I guess he could have if he were in
Most
the
of the residents
MCU.
in this neighborhood have already
No, it's to be
escaped.
you, just witness
They
to it.
wanted to take me with them, but it
Oh,
seemed
yeah.
pointless to me. So I decided
Yeah,
to
I knew
stay.
someone who was like. This was back when I was into My Little Pony. Like another fan who was just really. He really hated spoilers. So, like, every time a new episode aired, he would have to, like, completely shut himself off from the internet until he watched it.
And now the almighty Shogun is here, I have even less reason to run away. Imagine if this was something that even the almighty Shogun
It
was
just
powerless
sounds like
to
such a
resolve. Where could I
terrible
possibly
way
run
to-
then?
Live, you know? Like, anytime something comes out that you're interested in, you have to avoid human contact until
People flee out of a
you
desire
watch
to
it because,
live
like, oh my gosh,
on. The
what
desire to live
what-
on
what if
stems from a
someone
feeling
says
of having
something?
unfinished
What if someone
business in
spoils it?
life.
I don't mind spoilers. It makes things much easier.
But me, I have no such thoughts, and I have no regrets. The almighty Shogun often speaks
You don't
to me about her dreams
seem like it's
over
well.
tea.
Here's the thing, Cole. Like, if you're the fan of something, and most of your friends are also fans of that thing, they're going to be talking about that thing a lot. And so, if a new episode of Thing comes out, they'll probably be talking about the new episode. And if you haven't seen it yet, you are probably going to get spoiled. So you kind of just have to avoid your friends for that entire duration.
Just listening to her stories. I've been blind for many years, but her vivid descriptions
You remember
took
the
me on
Lilo
a
and Stitch
splendid
episode with
journey
Nick's parent would
all
love
the
to
most
gossip when the
beautiful
episode started
places
with
in
him
the
spoiling the
Peninsula.
end of a movie for the
Over
main
time,
protags?
I've come to understand her mindset.
You
Like the
need friends for
romantic
that.
heart, a true
Pat,
dreamer.
pat. There, Cole.
One thing she always says is, good things don't last forever. Everything changes, fades, disappears completely over the passage of time. And so, people must make the most of the life they have, seize the chance to enjoy it while it lasts, and have no regrets in the end.
Oh, that's sweet. That doesn't sound like A at all.
So you
That
see,
is true.
As bleak as things may be now, I have experienced countless wonderful things in life, and have no reason not to
Wait,
be
he's
satisfied.
blind. Is the reveal going to be that Whoever said that wasn't even A.
Perhaps you are right.
It won't be long now before I have to say goodbye to the almighty Shogun for the last time. Ah, what a pity. I'll never get to see what Inazuma looks like after the almighty Shogun rebuilds it anew. But I suppose it doesn't matter. Everyone says that Inazuma has turned dark now.
Oh yeah,
It
that's
went
true.
dark a long time ago.
It's like oh no, everyone, like, oh no, I can't see, blind person. Oh no, the terror.
Once this catastrophe is over, life is sure to spring forth anew. But even if I survived,
When the world is covered in
I'd
eternal
probably be a
darkness, be sure to
hopelessly
to seek out the
so-and-so
blind
by
people
then.
first.
So, never mind, eh? Oh, goodness me. Speaking of befuddled, look at me rambling away to my heart's content.
Welcome to my world,
forgetting
yeah.
to serve the tea.
It's like that one joke, or like he made a lot of jokes like
Almighty
that in
Shogun comes to visit,
Avatar
and I don't
with
have the
Toph.
tea ready. A truly
they're
egregious
funny.
loss of decorum. One moment, I'll just... Where in the world is the tea set? I hope the others didn't smash it to smithereens in their hasty departure.
Can't see a tea set anywhere around here.
Really? But it's always been right by my side.
Oh
Goodness
wait,
gracious.
we know where to
What a
find a tea set.
fool I'm making
Wait,
of
are we going
myself.
to actually use our teapot?
I couldn't
For tea?
possibly have my guests fetch it themselves. That would be most discourteous indeed.
Don't worry about it. Take a rest. We'll be back right away.
Almighty Shogun, you're not going too, are you? No, no, no. Your humble servant implores you, not with the war raging outside.
This place is complicated. It's quite unlike the tea house in your memories. Leave it to us.
But... well, okay. I never thought I'd see the day that I need the almighty Shogun to personally collect my tea set for me. I can't decide whether it's a final regret or a
Poor
final
old
stroke
man.
of good fortune.
Wouldn't using that teapot flood the inside?
Where should we go to find a tea set?
Maybe? I mean, it's
Finding a
magic,
cup of tea
so,
isn't exactly the
like, the inner world is, like,
I'm also feeling very nostalgic.
its own
for tea.
subspace. So maybe there's like an actual space, like a normal space just for tea. And
It's the
the
traveler.
two don't mix. So
And
you
the
can also
almighty
use it
Shogun.
as a normal teapot while also living in it.
How might I be of assistance, Your Excellency?
I wish to borrow a tea set from the Yashiro Commission.
Oh, sure. Please step into the courtyard and have a rest, Almighty Shogun. Oh, and I'll inform my lord about your visit immediately. Ah, and the tea set.
Imagine
I'll
God
bring
just
that here as soon
walks
as
up
it's
to
ready.
you and says, "Oh, can I borrow your tea set?"
Be at ease. I'm not here to see Commissioner Kamisato. Actually, I'd prefer to spend this time chatting with the traveler. Please, fetch the tea set at your convenience.
No. I am your humble servant. I daren't think of my own convenience when
You'd
the
like
Almighty
to think
Shogun
it starts
graces me with a
raining
presence.
scalding hot
I'll
tea
deal
and
with it
flood
right
the inner
away.
world. That'd be brutal.
Well,
Oh, Heaven Almighty, how
it's
many?
not often we
I
have
help
the
you.
chance to chat. I'm sure you must have a lot of questions.
Was it really you that tea master used to
I
serve?
wanted to ask that too. The Almighty Shogun that he described didn't sound anything like you at all.
I seldom had the time to drink tea. Any free time I had was spent practicing martial arts. So, in the vast majority of cases, the one he made tea for was the former Electro Archon, who was also my sister, Raiden Makoto. He may well have had an inkling
Makoto?
about there being two Raiden
Why
Shoguns.
did you say that one word differently?
He always acted as if he was completely unaware of it. The philosophy of life that he shared with us just now, that was Makoto's view on reality. She always saw things that way.
Oh, so basically they're polar opposites in
You
every
and
single way.
Makoto had pretty different views, huh?
Indeed we did. It was the biggest difference between us. In her eyes, the most precious things in this world were dreams. The yearning for a better future held by living beings.
Dreams. Or in other words, ambitions.
They are similar.
Because she wanted to
But
be
not
accurate with
identical.
pronunciations, I guess.
When you came
But
charging
everyone
into the
pronounces
plain of
Ye's name
Euphemia,
Ye.
I saw human
Even though, like,
aspirations
properly it's
light up
supposed
the
to be pronounced
sky
like
far above
Ya-eh.
in the form
It's
of
2 syllables.
countless stars. This somewhat shook me. Now, it seems like she was right, while I took the wayward path.
Wow. There sure was a lot going on beneath
It's
the
what?
surface.
Oh yeah, it's pronounced like Ya-eh. Ya-eh or something.
Makoto saw a
But it's
bigger
like
picture
2
than I did.
syllables, not 1.
In her view,
Are we gonna see her
a
ghost by the end of this?
dream
That would be
is
interesting.
more imaginary, more abstract than an ambition. An ambition is a yearning for something material or a concrete outcome. It is finite in nature and will be replaced by a new ambition in due course. Makoto was more concerned with the force that drives humans to constantly generate new ambitions in the first place.
Stairs.
It is something
You can look it up,
innate,
Tommy. Just like
rooted in
Google pronunciation of Ye.
That's, quite a lot to take in.
To put it simply, Makoto
I feel
wasn't
like Paimon's
concerned about
voice is
outcomes.
softer today.
I didn't understand at the time. How can we say that we are maintaining eternity when things are
If it was like
constantly
Ye, it
moving
would be
forward
spelled
and evolving?
Ye. Wait, if you're right,
I
Lovey.
suppose what it
Yep.
comes down to is the definition of eternity she set out with.
It seems more in line with how humans
Yes,
view the
it
world.
does.
You're a fraud. Wait, why are you a
always thought
fraud,
that She
Tommy?
must have
You don't
grasped
pretend to be
some
Japanese.
elusive, arcane wisdom to arrive at the conclusions she did. But in the last analysis, Makoto's philosophy was, on the surface at least, an elegantly simple one.
Yeah, but you're always
Notwithstanding
particular
that it was
about
also
getting
the more
pronunciations right.
prudent choice,
Aww.
based on a
Pat,
more
pat, pat.
mature,
Oh, now you know.
far-sighted outlook.
Do you feel you're starting to understand her better now?
You have already witnessed my previous views on eternity, but now I no longer cling to what was lost. I suppose that means our differences.
I mean, you
Almighty
always
Shogun.
gotta learn, right?
I found a tea set. This one in particular should be fit for your excellency's use.
It's quite beautiful. Thank you.
Oh, we don't actually get to see the
You are
tea
too
set,
kind.
of course.
A humble servant such as I
Of course
does
they
not
wouldn't
deserve
just
the gratitude of
model-
the Almighty Shogun.
An entire tea set. An extra fancy tea
Oh,
set.
good sir. She's
Just for
actually
this
pretty
one scene.
chill.
Let us return. We ought not keep Furuyama waiting too long.
G.I. Joe? Oh, no, he's out of the battle. The more you know. Actually, the thing that always reminds me of is like, I think it's like Bill Nye the Science Guy. Did you know that? Now you know. I think it was Bill Nye the Science Guy, anyways.
Hey, where'd he go? He wouldn't have gone looking for a tea set himself, would he?
Remember the one cartoon that was on several years ago? You don't think you ever got a
Or
proper conclusion?
Perhaps the ley
Wouldn't
lines
surprise
did
me.
not have the power to sustain
mean-
him for very long.
Old cartoons like that,
So we won't
I mean,
get
they were
to
just
see
made to
his
sell
tea?
toys. They didn't really care much about the story.
Didn't even have a
So-
chance to say goodbye.
It's kind of like He-Man.
The information held in the ley lines.
Like,
is
they were just
complex
made to
and
sell
disorderly.
toys. They
The
didn't
fact that
care
we were
about the
able to
plot
meet him to begin
or
with
having
was
a good
miracle of
characters.
fate.
Oh, this was a modern iteration. Bill Nye, you always reference that. I always think you're doing the more you know. Wrong. Aww. Me and Levy are on the same wavelength on that, I see.
This chance won't come often, and we do have a tea set. Perhaps I should try my hand at making us a pot of tea.
Oh no, oh no, oh no, oh
I've
no.
watched Furuyama brew tea
Oh,
on many
no.
occasions, I doubt I should have
Oh
any major
no.
problems doing it
Oh
myself.
no, this is gonna be a disaster. This is gonna be a disaster.
The tea is ready. Please give it a try. So many thoughts were racing through my head as I was brewing it. I'm not
You
sure
ever
how
watched
to
anything
explain
Bill
it,
Nye since elementary school? You
You're
don't need to. I understand.
but the things we've seen today have brought back many memories for me. I've been reminded of many people.
I mean,
too.
actually, like,
Kitsune
can you
Saito,
mess up tea that badly?
Makoto,
Because it's just hot water.
and all the other friends who I
Please,
watched
right?
pass even further back. Back at the Yashiro Commission, I kept the conversation reasonably light-hearted.
I see that no one is
events
actually drinking the
of
tea yet.
500 years ago not only robbed me of my friend, Kitsune Saiku,
It'll be the same
They also
energy
took
as
Makoto
SpongeBob
away from
tasting
me.
snail food.
She died in that
Of course you would bring that up, Tommy.
yes, she went to Conria alone, without telling me. Unlike me, Makoto was no martial artist. Whenever similar crises had arisen in the past, I was always the one to face them in her stead. But this time, the circumstances were so grave that Makoto had no choice but to leave me behind.
Boy.
Or perhaps
Yeah, I know that
it was more
episode.
that she went ahead of me,
It's the one where he lost
put
his
herself
ID,
in
right?
front of me, so that I would remain hidden. In any case, by the time I realized what was happening,
Makoto had already... ...
it was too late. I arrived only in time to hear her
So
dying.
are you gonna actually tell us about what happened in Conria now?
She had already
we would
lapsed
love
into
to hear that.
unconsciousness by that point.
I mean, no offense. I understand
so all I
you're
could do was
grieving
enter
really
into her
hard
mind.
here, but there's like something very important going on here.
As far as you're concerned, it would be somewhere similar to the plane of Euthymia. It was there that we bid each other a final farewell.
I mean, how badly can you mess up tea on your
I
loved
cried
ones?
bitterly. Even in those final moments, I couldn't understand her actions. Why did she go to Conria first, and not I? Why did
Oh,
she
I
keep in the
see.
dark
So she
about
wasn't
it?
actually there, so she
Was it
doesn't
to shield
know. So she can't tell us. That's gonna be
It
the
was
reason
there
why.
and then that I resolved to pursue eternity. As a testament to that decision, I saved her realm of consciousness just before it collapsed
I mean-
completely, and brought
I
it
mean,
back
someone
into
who actually
Inazuma.
makes tea can tell us here, but like, how badly can you mess up tea? It's just, you're just like pouring hot water into leaves.
That's
How hard can it
quite
be?
a story.
When I returned
Maybe
to
even A can do
Inazuma,
it.
I was shocked to find that a great sakura tree had appeared on Mount Yogo. The tree that you
Oh,
know
so
as
the
sacred
sakura tree is actually Makoto's
That's
soul?
exactly what everyone
I
back
guess.
then told me as well. That it had existed since time immemorial. They were so matter-of-fact about it, and
You
couldn't
can't
at
cut
all
that. We can keep it
understand
too
what I
long or
was
not
so
long enough.
surprised
You,
about.
or if you lose leaf, you can burn the leaf. How do you burn the leaf? Just pouring hot water
No
on it.
one questioned it. And yet, its presence contrasted so starkly with the area as I remembered it. It seemed as if I was the only one to have noticed it appear suddenly out of thin air.
Boiling water is pretty hot, but it's not hot enough to burn.
In the end, I simply had to accept that it was a miraculous effect.
You can
of
see why the
Makoto's
Rift Hounds would
consciousness.
want to munch on her then? Oh, is it because you share their desire to munch on girls? In the end,
With the help of the sacred Sakura's power, I was finally able to overcome the monsters and
Maybe
quell
not
the
in Olivia.
disaster in
at
Inazuma.
least Char.
This is all
I don't-
really hard.
I'm pretty sure it's not possible to burn
Kinda beyond Paimon's
things
level.
while they're in water. Like, if you want to burn a soup or something, you have to boil away the water, and then what's left over can burn. But as long as it's in water, the temperature can never go above 100 degrees Celsius or thereabouts. And therefore, nothing can actually burn because organic matter needs to be at a higher temperature to burn. Simply put, Makoto's power somehow made the tree appear.
She had such a great love for this land and for its people. In this respect, I still do not compare to her. I once told myself that I would never speak of these events again. Facing the fact that she is
So
gone
sleeping it too long or not long enough.
painful.
I guess, so then it wouldn't have like enough flavor, would have too much flavor.
Bitter to the tongue, once swallowed, leaves some sweetness in the throat.
Oh, so are we gonna actually drink the tea now? It seems like you've done a lot of thinking about this already.
While we're on the topic,
Underwater volcanoes are a thing, you know?
that battle in person.
But volcanoes don't burn. Like, it's lava, not actually fire. I mean, like, they burn in the colloquial sense, but like, in the chemical sense, they are technically not burning. Have you seen my brother before?
I had heard that you were looking for your family. You mean to say that he was somehow involved in the Conria disaster?
Based on what we've learned so far, it seems so, yeah.
I'm sorry. I wasn't there for the whole thing. By the time I arrived...
Ah, yes.
the
Exactly
worst
what
of
I
the fighting was already
predicted.
over.
She won't be able to tell us anything
Also,
because she wasn't there.
My mind was consumed entirely with the plight of
And she was,
Inazuma
too busy
and the fate of
with her
those closest to me.
sister dying.
I am afraid
You mean
I
that
can't
in
help
water
you.
alone is the heat source? It's not going to make lava?
Oh, well, that's a shame. But it can't be helped, I guess. Boy, both of you have experienced great tragedy.
With this last cup of tea, let us honor the Tea Master's memory. Thank you, Destiny, for giving us the chance to meet
Oh,
again.
okay, here it comes.
We should go. Let's keep following the traces.
Oh, really?
Very
There's
well.
not going to be like... It was just actually... She just actually made decent tea. I'm really surprised they didn't take the opportunity to make a joke there about how A can't cook. Continue the pursuit. Are we actually like continuing the pursuit at this point? I feel like we've been idling for so long, like anything we're pursuing should be long gone by now. Tragedy even. Whoa, that camera was a little funky there. Do we go up or down? Oh, hey, what's this?
Whirling snow.
Oh! Butterflies. I thought to be a chest, but that's actually better than a chest. Oh, looks like we were supposed to go up. Tragedy even. No, Tommy, bad. Don't make light of A's suffering.
Let's play.
Tommy be out there making puns at people's funerals. What am I looking? Oh, there we go. Big oof. Okay, Cole, you're not really one to talk. You'd be like flirting at the funeral.
Once again, please leave them to me.
Hey, are you sure you're all right?
Fear not. Fighting is what I do best.
Uh-oh. She doesn't sound too good. Okay, now we can answer Tommy's question. What weapon is she using? She is, of course, using Engulfing Lightning, which is probably why the attack is so much higher than mine, because she's, of course, using an actual 5-star weapon.
There is no
The
escape.
Widow is recently single. Yeah, exactly. And you would totally be hitting up. Oh, what? What?
Are you all right?
Oh, okay. That's
I'm
a
fine.
like a story thing. No, I don't think you're alright. Is this where
There is no
the
escape.
Shogun goes crazy on us? Probably with the body too. Oh no, Cole, you're not that bad, are you?
Illusion shattered. Now you shall perish.
I don't think it's overwork in this case, Tommy. Like, I mean, in the first place, A doesn't actually work that much. Because, you know, she just spends most of her time in the plane of Euthymia, so she doesn't actually work much. She just sits there and lets the Shogun do all the work. So, I'm pretty sure it's not overwork. Whatever it is. If the body got back up, why not? That was supposed to be a joke. Hatanashi, you...
Maybe
See,
you should leave this one
mistake
out.
number 1. You assumed there were limits to Cole's degeneracy. You don't look so good.
My apologies.
She's out of shape, then.
Don't worry
Boo.
about it. Just take a breather. We'll deal with the
Boo.
monsters. Look, that's the same light again.
Time for another trip down memory lane.
Where am I? Who are you? Almighty Shogun, you're here too. Are you injured, Your Excellency?
I'm quite all right. Just feeling a little stiff.
Boo, Tommy.
We, the Shogun and Samurai, will defend the Shogun until the very end.
Come on, men. They're coming back for more. Let's...
Don't.
Wait,
It's too dangerous.
can the ghosts actually fight?
If we were the kinds to shy away from danger, we never would have taken up arms to begin with.
No
I mean, they have a
need to
good point
worry,
there.
Almighty
This is
Shogun.
literally their job.
When the situation looks bleak, we will draw on the power granted to us by the gods.
Is that a vision?
It certainly is. I know the gods are omnipotent, and their willingness to grant their power to humans means they have high expectations for us. If the Almighty Shogun is in trouble, now of all times is the moment for us to honor that.
So that's how samurai of that era understood visions, huh?
So full
Nobody
of
knew
hope.
where your excellency had gone, and we were starting to despair. But now we've found you. You're right here with us. Just the sight of you appearing before us once more has reignited the hope in our hearts. This hope is the light that will guide us out from the darkness.
Everyone, on me!
Aww.
We'll help too!
Huh?
Wow. That was actually just a
Affirmative,
fancy
but watch your
shot.
backs.
Protect the Almighty
Oh, of course, now we're gonna have to fight solo. Wait, they're actually here. Never mind.
Brace the ice.
Ay! That was the wrong burst. I meant to swap to Venti first. Well, looks like the big Rift Hound stood in the burst anyway, so it worked out. Dan wasn't looking... You mean...
It seems like their attacks are finally over.
I've never fought so fiercely before.
Thank you all.
Are you okay? Maybe you should keep resting.
I'm fine. I feel much better already.
You fought phenomenally. It
Look
was
more like
truly
bloomers than anything else.
awe-inspiring.
Yeah, I don't think she
monsters
actually
will
wears.
definitely
I don't
come
think
back.
any of the girls
When
in
they
this
do,
game
it'll be more
actually
than a few rift
have
hounds this time.
panties. I've heard that Ayaka originally had panties, but they were changed to bloomers.
Quickly, escort Her Excellency back to Inazuma City and regroup with the General's forces as...
When everyone sees the almighty Shogun safely returning, their spirits will be lifted.
Well, what are you guys gonna...
We will stay here and guard against the monster's advance. We cannot afford to let them get any further. We are brothers in arms. As long as we stick together, we can face any number
You
of
had
monsters
panties
that
in
come our
you
way.
had them probably to avoid the panty shots. What? Well, I am the one person who did not want to see that yet did. It's a karma. Great, thanks.
Just
I appreciate
leave
it.
it to us. Fighting is what we do best. But the almighty Shogun is the only one of us with the power to change the present state of affairs. Only Her Excellency can turn back the tide of despair and lead us onward into the future. No matter what kind of threat faces Inazuma, we will always place our faith in the almighty Shogun.
Thank you all very much. I promise you that I will create a
For
bright
what?
future for Inazuma.
I don't know. Well, karma for them, but I mean, if that's what you heard. Of
I
course,
should
not
not
didn't
have
see for
left it
yourself.
this late
Nope.
to make this promise.
I see.
But from this moment forth, know that I shall be true to my word.
I mean, actually, Raiden to kind of just wears panties, like right there.
Don't worry, Your
They're
Excellency.
kind of.
We will never doubt
Are
your
they?
word as long as we... With you leading us,
Hard to
we'll
tell,
take
but
back everything that
they
Inazuma
might be?
has lost.
Glory to the Shogun. Glory to
Mikami's voice acting is so blit. I mean, he is a random NPC that will never appear again, so that's understandable. They didn't go all out on the voice acting. Was it a promise to them
It
or
was
a
both.
promise to yourself?
The people's sacrifice has always caused me immense pain. But in dwelling on the tragedy, I overlooked their splendor.
Looked away.
The grief blinded me
Well,
to how
that's
brightly they
what you get for
shone
looking away,
in their
Cole.
final moments. The result being that in the centuries since their sacrifice, I have dishonored their will. You could take the view that whatever I say to them is meaningless, because they are but disembodied memories held in the ley lines. But even so, they are due a resolution. I owe it to them, and to all the people who have placed their faith in me to date.
Notes must be taken.
Well,
What?
Paimon thinks that even if it's a few hundred years later,
On panties?
doing right by them
And
now.
bloomers?
And that's what counts.
Thank you for your comforting words. But this is my basic duty as Inazuma's Archon, and I have neglected it for far too long. I used to think just like that samurai, that I was first and foremost a warrior,
Colors and
and
shapes.
my only duty
Are
was to
these
face whatever
like
challenge came my
art
way.
notes, Cole?
But what Inazuma needs more than a warrior is someone like Makoto. Even though I am utterly unlike Makoto and can never become the person she was, I still need to do the things that she would have done. Yes,
Humans are
they
worthy of your trust.
They are strong and resilient and have much to be proud of.
Sure. Okay, that sounds very convincing, Cole.
I should not be the one to hold them back.
Well said. Sounds to Paimon like you figured things out.
Change will come to Inazuma, and with it, new
Oh,
possibilities.
Paimon went back to being squeaky again.
This will take time, but eventually, the future will bring healing to the scars of the past. No matter how long it takes, I am committed to bringing this to fruition. This is my promise. Now that we've dealt with the Rift Hounds, this matter is halfway resolved. It does not appear that the threat will escalate for the time being. I will leave the Tenryo and Yashiro commissions to handle the follow-up work, such as investigating the origins of this incident and tending to the root system.
Alrighty then, let's move on.
Is that it?
Outside, but Paimon bets her emotions.
I thought we would get the Raiden Shogun boss battle.
She seems to have changed a lot since we last. Huh? What's wrong, eh? Come on, keep up.
Oh, I guess. Oh, the headache
What's going on?
is still going on.
Feeling well again?
My body.
Okay, yeah, there's gonna be another boss battle.
It looks like the situation is more serious than I thought.
We should get you back to the city.
She is calling me.
Uh-oh. That does not sound
The time
good.
has come.
She is calling me. That does not sound good.
Can you help me walk?
Maybe she's gonna die so soon after she had her arc. I don't think she's gonna
need to go
die.
to the cave.
I just doubt it.
Below the
But-
Grand Narukami Shrine.
Why? What's in there?
A battleground. One where I shall sever ties with the
Oh,
past.
is this where we're gonna fight the Shogun? Because I know there's a new boss battle in this patch. I'm anticipating it to be in this story quest because that's what makes sense. So even though I mean, well, we always had a new boss battle in every patch, so it's not really a surprise necessarily. Especially a story quest like this is always going to have some kind of major fight, and we haven't had it yet. So I'm guessing this is where it happens.
We're finally
Maybe?
here.
Ah. Yeah. This looks like it.
Whoa!
It.
Where'd that Torii gate come from?
Are you alright?
It's getting worse again.
Your game is updating?
But it's fine.
Shame on you, Elite, for
I'm
not
happy.
pre-updating.
I'm about to put an end to it all. This is a place I once sealed off with my own hands. The entrance to Raiden Makoto's realm of consciousness.
So we're going to the plane of Erythema? Tommy, do you actually understand what you just wrote?
It looks like she will no longer allow me to do with this body.
You updated it the other day?
Huh? What are you talking
Okay, so that was an
about?
intentional misspelling.
She? Makoto?
I'm also confused. I share Paimon's confusion. I'm not figured out what's going on yet.
Follow me.
You were trying to make it funny? I acknowledge that you were trying to make it funny. Oh, that was adorable.
Paimon's dizzy. Where did we get sucked into this time? Whoa. This place...
Let's see. It does look a lot like the planet of Utami. Oh, wait. I hope I get Raiden Shogun as a support for this because if I recall correctly, you need Electro for this, and my current team doesn't have any Electro.
We meet again, traveler. This body is an assistant to the one within, but it is also the guardian of the rules. Should the one within wish to stray from the rules, this body shall stand in her way.
Oh, yes. So the Shogun's going to resist,
Wait,
and so we have to defeat the Shogun.
voice? Is that...
That makes sense.
You have wandered the realm in my body, and you appear to have grasped the true essence of eternity. You believe your present self has greater certainty than your former self. Thus, you believe your present self is correct, don't you? But have you really been enlightened with new ideas? Or have you been degraded by irreversible erosion? I'm here to show you my answer. We are both warriors, and the dialogue we must now have shall be conducted by the blade alone.
Wait! The atmosphere in here just took a turn for the worse! Are you alright now?
The discomfort I was
It's okay, we're just fighting God.
was caused by the Shogun rejecting my continued use of her body. As she indicates, once I started entertaining the idea of change, I became hostile in her eyes. But inside a realm of consciousness, I exist independently of her. She cannot affect me in this way.
I mean, I feel it's kind of a design flaw to make a puppet that's capable of resisting
She is
you.
a puppet. The Shogun has her own consciousness too. When necessary, she appears here to confront.
I understand why this is her system to safeguard against modifications to eternity.
Paimon gets that everyone has their internal battles and stuff, but not like this. It's a bit extreme. Hey, showdown with
And
the
we're getting
Shogun?
roped into it.
Never thought we'd see that day.
The rules I set for the Shogun are... No. The Shogun herself is the manifestation of my past ideals. The very foundation stone of eternity. It shall not be easily swayed. I would not try to change her if it wasn't necessary.
Oh, so the last time she had to change the Shogun, did she have to do this too? Like every time she has to... Because I remember during the last quest, she mentioned that the process of making changes to the Shogun is a bit complicated. So I wonder if this is what she means. Like every time she has to make a change to the Shogun, she has to like go into this place and fight her.
Hack it through or something?
A isn't someone who leaves herself an escape route.
Just want the best for Inazuma.
My form
Is the
a
Shogun
symbol of
robot?
supreme
Yeah.
majesty, in which has been vested power over all the realm. It is the cohesive embodiment of all that constitutes the Raiden Shogun. It inherits A's pain, the pain of inevitable loss that comes as she moves forward. So too does it inherit
Gotta
her
cut. Open the
determination to
bios.
reach eternity.
This seems a little more
Every
difficult than that.
undertaken is for the sake of resisting erosion, determination, courage, love, hatred. All of these will be degraded and distorted by the incessant flow of time.
They haven't really... I wonder how they they added just like a tiny bit of electronic tinge to her voice, and I wonder how they did that.
Constant for eternity. Those were my thoughts when I created you. Now, they are towering obstacles that I have no choice but to overcome.
Hello, bot. Pretty cool and subtle effect. Yeah. Do I need those? Download need more RAM.
You wish to make yourself my enemy? I am your past, the everlasting law, the guardian of eternity.
I don't remember this
Am she who
in
promised
previous.
acclaim to her subjects. Raiden A.
Yeah, I don't remember that effect in previous conversations with
In
her.
the end, even the proud and mighty Oni Maiden was cut down and disgraced. The
Ow.
blade has been cleansed of her blood and filth. Never shall it shine as brightly as it once did.
Oh my gosh, it's the mirror match. Except the boss version has way stronger attacks.
Evasion is futile. Torn to oblivion. There is no escape. Be gone. The eye sweeps the land.
Okay, so I'm guessing, like, oh, okay. Okay,
Now you shall perish.
so I know
Sakura blossoms
she
that
must have like a
once
second
filled the
phase or
skies fell
something.
to the ground as pitch black rain. As long as the ley lines flow, the relentless erosion of time will never stop.
Wait, as long as the ley lines flow. What? Did she just drop something,
Shine down.
like, just casually drop a really important lore point in the middle of combat? Ow, ow, ow. I'm out of stamina, I can't dodge.
Illusion shattered.
And also, like, A is not really meant to be a main DPS. That's how you're supposed to use A. Oh, what just happened? Find and defeat this special illusion. Oh, that wasn't it. Oh, there was it.
Torn to oblivion! The divine lightning that envelops all of Inazuma will fade silently into the clouds. There shall never be another. Never. For the rest of time.
She's still healing. Ley lines control time, it seems? Maybe.
Shine down!
It was revealed that the god of Enkanomiya was like the god of time or something like that.
Pathetic. Evasion
Now
is
what?
futile.
Ow.
Inferior. Illusion shattered.
Ow, ow. Okay, I'm getting really close to failing this.
Torn
I hope this is the last health bar I have to take down. Because, uh-oh.
There is no escape. I shall not fall here.
Ow! Oh, my health resets too.
Third.
Okay, so it's like
This ends now.
not actually possible to lose, maybe?
Inferior. Lightning falls on the land of eternity.
What? Oh, there she
You
is.
shall perish.
You know, looking forward to this?
Down.
Most Molotov to the ship to win the fight.
Evasion is futile.
Maybe.
Weak.
I'm still expecting like the super form.
Torn to oblivion. Only emptiness.
Oh,
Away.
maybe not.
Have you finally defeated her?
It appears your martial prowess has not dulled. But how long
Oh, is that
can
it?
your will remain strong?
Surely the Shogun puppet isn't
In
invincible.
this realm of consciousness, her existence is tenacious.
You had 1
indeed.
HP for a moment there.
She was built
Yeah,
to resist erosion.
I'm pretty sure I got
Her
killed and
will
then
is
my health
stronger
just
than any
reset,
other
so...
living beings, including you and me.
Then, does that mean this is gonna be a never-ending battle?
Maybe. But I have to prove to her that my present will is no product of erosion. The future I shall forge will be a grand undertaking. One that will be resistant to erosion. If I don't do this, the Shogun's rules can never change, and Inazuma can never move forward.
That glowing eye effect is really nice.
It's my duty. No matter how long this battle may last, months, years, centuries, and no matter how many times we must fight, I will
don't think
defeat
we
her.
can stay in here for centuries. What will happen to
500
Inazuma in the
years ago,
meantime?
humanity proved their strength in battle. Here in the present, they rely on their ambition to challenge wayward practices, tear them out like the diseased wood of an old sakura tree, so that new, healthy branches might spring to life in their place. It is about time that I learned to trust them.
But can you bear
I
to leave
understand that.
humanity to go alone?
But if the dreams of which Makoto spoke are true eternity, a short moment for which the Shogun does not exist is nothing to fear. I fight for the everlasting future of Inazuma. However long the battle may last, it is but a drop in the ocean of eternity. I vow to the subjects of Inazuma that I shall one day return. This is my oath. Please, be my witness during my absence. I place everything in Miko's hands.
Oh.
Pass on
Okay.
my words.
Okay, so it's just ending here. Oh, I see. So now we go to the second quest.
Are we really just gonna leave A and the Shogun to keep on duking it out in there forever? She was making sense, and maybe this is the only way to change the Shogun's rules, but
Paimon is...
still...
Oh my... Tommy is just so vicious to anyone he doesn't like. He has no physical body anymore and has to rely on the Shogun.
Also, A can be pretty stubborn at times, and has a history of rushing into difficult situations. What if she gets too obsessed with winning, and she forgets why she's there in the first place? It could happen, and then she might never leave again. Yeah,
We're not about to leave her just yet.
Last time. The quicker she gets through this, the better. Is there any way we can cut down how long she needs to spend in there? Or, you know, help her win the fight? Well, whatever. Can't let anything bad happen to A while she's in there. Oh, but we also can't get in there anymore. Okay, well, first things first. We gotta find a way back in. Oh, come on, Brady. Don't feel time on now. Okay, maybe if we both ram into it at the same time really, really hard.
That sounds like a Tommy great plan. We need to talk to Miko.
Paimon nearly forgot about her.
Oh, congratulations, Athanashi.
Who knows if she really understands these consciousness realm plane thingies more than we do, but there's no one else we can turn to. Alright, up the mountain we go.
Are you agreement? That may be a little unfair to you. I feel like you could come up with a... Actually, you probably just like... go, I don't know what to do. Instead of coming up with a plan. That sounds more like you, actually.
Someone's not in the best
Sorry, I'm
moods.
unfair.
Let me guess. You're all tangled up in another situation and need me to unravel it for you. I hope you realize how lucky you are. If it was anyone else, I don't think I'd have the patience to keep greeting them with a smile after the first few times.
But you're always smiling.
That was a figure of
point.
speech. Do you understand? Nitpicking my turns of phrase. The sheer audacity.
Well, now she's not smiling. Good job, Paimon.
Yeah, something really big's happened. It's A. She...
You tell Miko about everything that has happened.
Okay, I see. So, A's decided to palm Inazuma off on the humans, while she goes off on her own to fight a fierce battle that doesn't even have an end date. Impossibly stubborn. Jumps straight to the most extreme course of action imaginable, presumes her sheer will can see her through, despite a near impossible goal that requires nothing short of the very peak of her abilities. Yes, that sounds like A all right. You know as well as I do that she's always been like this. Why start fretting about it now?
This duel is more serious
Rushed
than
into it
anything up
without
until now.
thinking. Well put. Oh, she acts like such a child sometimes. So you seem to be under the impression that I am able to offer some sort of help? Who gave you that idea?
Is she playing dumb? She's doing this on purpose, for sure.
Uh-huh. You're learning, little one. But really, the truth of the matter is that I don't know much more about Raiden Makoto's realm of consciousness than you do. All I know is that it's the foundation of the sacred Sakura, and from what I've heard, it's a little different from A's plane of euthymia.
Because Raiden Makoto is no longer alive?
Little
Not
different
just because of
how?
that. The nature of the space itself is different in some way, but I can only speculate. You're the ones who have actually been there, so you tell me. What was it like?
I didn't notice any
Don't worry about the
differences.
details too much. It'll just be a little difficult to explain things later on, that's all. First things first. Follow me to the entrance.
Yay! We finally get the Miko part. Where was the entrance again? Like over here? Yep.
Now then, I always have my ways. It's just a question of how crafty I need to be. To the outsider, the realm of
crafty,
consciousness
like
is a
a
very
fox.
abstract concept. Luckily, I'm A's familiar, so I can sense her rough whereabouts. In other words, Even though I can't pinpoint the exact spatial location of this realm, I can still send you to where A is.
Oh. You and Miko can also rip open holes in space and time, I guess.
Location, but you don't know where it is, but you can still send us there. What?
Yes, no need to try and understand it. Let me put this simply. Right now,
Yeah,
she is
yeah,
surrounded by
imagine.
chaos. Everything is turbulent and disordered. If you try to force your way in, you could be swept away by a giant wave that sets you down in an unknown corner of space-time. This is precisely
Ah, a lot of
why
space-time
when entering
going
the plane
on
of
today.
Euthymia, it's much safer if you place your consciousness in a physical object first.
What? Alright, well, Paimon, stay here then. You two can go in.
Paimon, you're not gonna abandon me, are
Suit
you?
yourself. Worst case scenario, all we stand to lose is A. So what's the big deal?
Paimon's had it up to here with both of you!
Oh, so Miko's a rift on.
Paimon's coming
No, she's a fox. A rift fox. Hopefully you don't spawn an upside down and fall on your bum. Is that a reference to something,
Oh.
Tommy?
Well, if you're quite sure.
You have 2 weeks to
then
try
of
for
course.
Miko, right?
Now,
Something
I
like
shall
that.
send you on your way. I say. Oh,
What is
nothing.
it?
It just seems extraordinarily chaotic, that's all. My suspicions have been
Paimon's
confirmed.
having up to here using her vocal range as an example.
By the way,
Let's see that mission in
remember to
Halo.
focus
Oh, I
constantly
see.
on your heartfelt wishes when you enter inside. Only a strong enough will can prevent you from being swallowed by the giant waves of abstract space. Only if you are strong enough can I deliver you to the right destination. Well then,
Okay.
the door's open.
Oh
Come on
no!
in.
Paimon's gonna have to focus
I'll
on
stay
food.
outside and provide what
Really
stability I
hard.
can. I'll be ready to respond if anything happens. I'm placing my god in your capable hands.
Central groaning. I thought you might
For my
comment on that
sake and for
little
Inazuma's,
noise
please.
she made.
Bring her back.
Miko, you better know what you're doing.
That's
We
enough
will
chatter.
not fail.
Get to work.
Look at all the abstract. Oh, the building of Inazuma?
Remember to focus constantly on your heartfelt wishes when you enter inside.
What does Paimon have to focus on other
Only if
than
you are
food?
strong enough can I deliver you to the right destination.
Paimon dies for the return of the emergency food. They're still going at it. I mean, we did only leave them for like 10 minutes.
How can this be? You have returned. But how were you able to get back in? And how come you have not changed at all in all these years?
All these years, what?
This is a duel to remember. It is as if we have returned to the moment when the laws of eternity were first established. Your will today
So that's
is
the
as
shot they
strong as
edited
it was
Goku
back
into?
then.
What?
Over countless battles, not once have you lost, and never have you shown the slightest hesitation. Had I made
Well, I'm
all
glad
enemies of eternity
you were able to do
stand
this for
against
several
you,
years.
you still would not have wavered. For your firm commitment to enforcing the rules, you have my admiration too. You bring honor to the title of Guardian of Eternity.
You sent it to...
Now,
Oh,
these
is
two
that what
return
that was
once more
about?
to this space.
I honestly forgot about it because it's just like... I thought it was just like another random thing.
Then,
That
let
you
this
sent-
be our final duel. The conclusion to that which began 500 years ago.
We've been in here for Oh my gosh, they've been here for 500 years already.
Final duel?
Good thing it only took
Stand back, traveler.
like 10 minutes. Are you gonna put an end to all this?
I'm
Did we
going
even have to show up at all?
Something new. The time
Like, it seems like she got this handled.
long enough to witness the rise and fall of nations.
Oh,
Energy they can
yeah, there it is. There it is. There's the,
vaporize the ocean
super mode.
and turn day into night. And the will they demanded, sufficient to penetrate minds and crush.
Oh, okay. Yeah, there's her, I guess her full, her true form, I guess.
I will endure forever. There is no escape. The final calamity.
Okay. Okay, so that's the one-shot move. So you can't, if you don't bring Electro, you can't pop that flower, and then you will get one-shot by that attack, no matter what.
Shine down.
Fortunately, the story
In my hand.
mode version doesn't seem that difficult.
This is the end.
Raiden
You
Shogun
have
has
won.
Arsene? I don't know what Arsene is. Was it the only reason that we went on the tangent was to show off the other girl?
I believed you were incapable of transcending the past. But it seems my belief was baseless, and I underestimated your spirit. But a will that cannot be eroded has no way to embrace the future. You need not worry about the future. And you aren't alone. I know your power more than anyone else. Had I relied upon my strength alone, I would have lost this duel for sure. Yet, my reason for fighting redefined my martial prowess and redrew my limits. I now carry the gaze of the myriad of expectant eyes that look to the light in the heavens. And whenever I think of this, I feel something stirring within Muso Ishin. The blade that I inherited from
Muso
Makoto
Ishin.
seems to be trying to guide me,
I didn't know her sort of a
to
name, but
encourage me.
of course it does.
I noticed it also. Just now in the heat of battle, it seemed to unleash
Oh,
a
which
new
effect
and
were you guys
unfamiliar
talking about that
power.
was cool? Is like the multi-arms thing, or...
This power is beyond
Like the
the
eye-glowing
limits of
thing?
my understanding.
Oh, bye, J-Wing. Have fun at lifeguarding.
This blade belonged to Makoto. Perhaps it can only respond to me with its full power when I truly understand and believe in her. When I clasped Muso Ishin
Oh, we were
in my
talking about the
hand,
one-shot move?
I had
Oh,
the
I-
feeling
oh,
that
okay.
she was by my side once again. It was at once a familiar feeling.
So that is advice for when you start
You
having to
have
farm this
my
boss, I
approval.
guess. Also, the sword name was
Your
mentioned in the
present
talent
will is
descriptions.
not the product of
I didn't
erosion.
remember.
I shall no longer stop you from attempting to modify the rules. From this day forth, this body will remain your assistant. I won't design any more rules that can never be changed. You used to represent my past, but from today onward, you are me. Makoto never saw me as a fearless weapon. Likewise, I should not regard you as a mere tool.
UFW, you remember that you don't even have her?
You truly have
I don't
changed.
read the
suppose this is
talent
what human. I understand.
descriptions anyway,
I shall
so...
become your shadow.
Other
just
than the
as you were once
numbers.
Makoto's shadow. The duties I perform will not change, but as a warrior, I look forward to the chance to fight like this again in the future. Do you say this because you have not yet reconciled yourself with your defeat? It was simply a new experience for me. One that is worth
The
remembering.
Shogun is salty. She sure has a lot of personality for a puppet.
Fighting then? Like, for real this time?
Then how do I know what my characters do? I mean, I read them once to figure out what they do, but then I don't remember, like, the text. Musho
Hello,
Ishin
A.
is glowing.
And greetings, though those who have come to bear witness.
Oh,
I
it's
am
Makoto.
Raiden Makoto, the previous Electro Archon, who failed in my duty.
It's just A's
and left
version of
you all to
SpongeBob's
pick up the
mannequin
pieces.
clone. Mannequin clone, what?
Makoto? I'm so happy. You've come so far. I always knew you would make it here in the end. I left a faint fragment of my will in Muso Ishin, so that in the moment that you unleashed its full power, I too would be released.
Oh, the
Convoluted way
The
to reach
dummy.
you, but,
I see.
well, you held such
An
deeply
Archon? An
entrenched
Archon
views
is
at the
a
time
god
that you
in
wouldn't have listened to
Genshin.
a word I said. There was no time to wait for you to have a change of heart. Please forgive me. All I could do was find some way to wait until you came to me. But you never mentioned this to me. Everything happened so suddenly. I'm sorry.
All dark and handsome. Is that another
I've always
SpongeBob
felt
reference?
terrible for having to entrust Inazuma to you all of a sudden. I should have been the one to impart these ideas to you, a little at a time, to dissuade you from your pursuit of stillness. Did you know what was about to happen in Conria? I had some sense of it. That place was not somewhere that any Archon could afford to ignore. In my present form, I can no longer perceive time. I don't know how long we have been separated before this reunion, and I don't know what Inazuma has experienced in the meantime, but I know that this must have been an extremely arduous journey for you. And I'm sure you must have wanted to shed tears.
How many other
many
gods have we
times
seen so
along the
far?
way.
We've seen
Look
3.
down on me.
4 if you count the one at the very beginning.
See? You admit it. It was with this possibility in mind that I left a parting gift for you. Something to soothe Inazuma's pain. Here, take it. Before my last shred of consciousness fades away. But it is you who must take the most important step.
Oh, cutscene. We got
Turned into
a level up material.
The miracle tree that blesses the people, in this moment new to the world and yet to be known. When to plant it,
Oh.
where it shall bloom.
Hi,
She who
I
brings
don't-
it into being must
Shoujo
let her
girl.
heart and
I
dreams
rem-
decide.
your name's like
Granted life,
Ide,
eh?
I think.
Is this? Is
I
it
forgot.
really?
You're... I don't know how to pronounce your name. I'm sorry. Hello, welcome aboard.
Eternity extends time into infinity. Dreams illuminate each moment within. When both shine in
Ide-
unison, the
Ide-
sacred sakura blooms from the darkness,
Oh, I
finally
see.
free
Okay.
from the clutches of the heavenly
That's easy to
principles.
remember.
Now
So you'll
the
just be
nightmare has dissipated,
Ide.
and reality is made whole. The vision we both yearn for is still further ahead. My only regret is that I cannot witness Inazuma's future, nor can I walk this journey with you.
Hmm.
Do you
That
know,
was pretty.
I am so happy right now, because my final wish has now come true. Your polearm once protected me from countless calamities.
I want to
For
do
this,
animations like
I've
that
always felt
someday.
indebted to you. Though I could never repay you in full, this sacred sakura will buy you some time until you are ready to awaken and embrace the new. What do you think? Did it do the trick?
Awaken? That
This
means he's
time,
gonna become
It
even
really
more
is
powerful?
goodbye, eh?
Aww.
Goodbye.
That was pretty. After leaving the realm of consciousness and returning to the
So
shrine, you
the
relate
A of
everything
the
to Yei
present planted
Miko.
the sacred sakura in the realm of consciousness, and it took root in the Inazuma of the past.
Oh. So she just straight up time traveled.
No matter what you make of it, it's quite incredible.
You really just pulled up my time has come. I mean, she was already dead, Tommy. She died 500 years ago, Tommy. That was just a little memory that she left behind for us.
Power. Her understanding of eternity is much more profound than mine. Eternity is a concept intimately connected with time. When you begin to touch on eternity, the concept of time becomes murky.
I saw wonderful things inside that place. Time was moving forward and backward at the same time.
A place where time is meaningless and cannot be understood with ordinary logic. So that was the turbulence I was sensing.
So the plane of Euthymia is located
Perhaps that is the
outside
reason why
space
you were
and
able
time,
to
I
return
guess.
precisely to this point in time without any problems. And
That
yet,
explains a lot.
that sense of disorderliness has now completely disappeared.
I don't fully understand yet. But my intuition tells me that the reason for everything...
Oh, wait.
It's
So we just did a
that
time
seed.
loop. It's because we just planted the sakura tree that has been here for like thousands of years. So that we planted it back in time just now.
Well,
Okay.
I'm not convinced that it was Makoto's power alone.
That's cool. I always like it when they do that.
What you mean?
Like when people do like these little
Perhaps
time loop things.
Makoto got a higher power involved in all of this.
Easteroth?
But whatever the explanation,
Isn't that like a
evolution is what
some
saved
kind of
us all.
demon? Oh, Easteroth, the god of time and wind, has existed for a while and is thought to precede the rise of the seven archons. Okay, so that's the name of one of the gods in Genshin. Oh, so there are gods of... Oh, that makes sense. We got like Celestia is above the archons.
Without the sacred Sakura, Inazuma would likely have been completely swallowed up centuries ago by that disaster and the filth.
I know you've always perceived there was something special about the sacred Sakura, but to me, it has always been there. You've tried in the past to prove to me that there's a connection between the sacred Sakura and Makoto's consciousness, but unfortunately, you never did persuade me, did you?
Yeah, and now she gets to say, I told you so.
But I understand why now.
So when she said she had left and
Because the
suddenly it
sacred
was a tree that
Sakura
was her
hadn't even
shifting
been planted
into the
then.
time loop?
But don't you think that tree looked a lot different than how it does now?
I'm not sure, but I'm fairly certain that when we planted the seed, we planted it in
The
the
sacred
ancient
Sakura is
past.
within my purview at the shrine, so obviously I get to prune it exactly how I like it.
Oh, so that's why it looks like a fox.
Now
Because
we see who's pulling the strings.
Yay's a fox, so she
I'm joking.
made the
That tree has
tree
been
look
through
like
a
a
lot
sock.
since it first
It
sprouted.
looked like a fox.
We have the loving care of Kitsune over the ages to thank for how it appears today. And obviously I
Oh,
played my
apparently
part
not
too.
just her. Lots of foxes.
It's fair to say that very little time passed between the moment you came out of that realm and the moment you re-entered it. But in that same time, centuries of battling took place on the inside, did it not? Traveler, if I'm guessing correctly, you were repeating your wishes to yourself in your mind, weren't you? At that
Is that
time, I
significant?
could sense A's whereabouts, but I also sensed anomalies in the flow of time within that space. Suffice to say, time added a whole new dimension to our search. Simply establishing a location was not sufficient. Fortunately, your will was strong enough that the turbulence carried you to the moment in time most likely to be the intersection of all that you were wishing for. The flow of turbulence may well have been influenced by Makoto.
It wasn't just coincidence
but it
we
took everyone's
arrived right
efforts
as the battle was
combined
ending.
to ultimately help A. So this time, it looks like thanks are due to you.
Does that mean it wasn't by chance that we ended up at the final duel? We were always meant to be there to witness what was going to happen?
Perhaps this is what the Shogun meant by An inevitability.
I thought
Of
that the
fate.
flow of time was the same on the inside and the outside. So it was a great shock to me when the traveler reappeared. My first thought was, has a great disaster befallen Inazuma? But it turned out you had come to rescue me. You came for my sake, to help me reach the best possible outcome. You too have my thanks. You have done much for me, and I will never forget it.
Hey, how are you feeling now?
My body has fully recovered, and the Shogun's will no longer fights against me.
Always thrilled to hear you're in good health. But I was really asking about your emotions. Have you managed to calm down? After all,
I
you saw
wonder
Makoto
what-
in there, didn't you?
Is this gonna be the end then?
I only heard her voice.
Because I can't see
I
what
wouldn't
else they're
say
going
I
to
saw
do
her.
with this quest.
I'll be fine. It brought a few things back, of course, but I've made my decision to move forward. I have to say, this has reminded me once again just how brilliant Makoto was. She predicted all the ways in which Inazuma's future could unfold, all the way back then. She even factored my immaturity into her plan. It's all thanks to her that Inazuma lived to see this day.
Rift Hounds are still unsolved. Oh yeah. Good point. I totally forgot about them. Leave it to Cole to remember the dogs. Makoto was brilliant, but he made a crucial
I
contribution
just
too.
planted a seed.
Your will and hers were both indispensable.
It was thanks to everything you did that you got to see her again. That's amazing.
The final act might be a simple one, but getting there was a result of countless efforts coming together. Just because the cause and effect ended up a bit back to front doesn't mean you should undervalue the part you played.
Thank you.
Today, at long last, you and Inazuma finally emerge from the shadows cast by the events of centuries past. Makoto and you are Inazuma's past and future, and both are indispensable.
It's rare to hear such comforting words from you. I graciously accept them.
Oh, come on. You only think it's rare because you never used to listen to a word I say.
Yay Miko is really sassy for a familiar.
Exact same thing.
Great minds think alike, hmm? I wonder, does that qualify me to maybe take the position of Shogun for a couple of days?
Oh, I can see
Actually,
exactly
no.
what A is
Forget
thinking
that.
about that.
Far more trouble than it's worth.
We will have to end the frivolities there. There is much work to be done. The Shogun and I will closely
That's a
review the
reaction.
Inazuma of today to find out where things currently stand.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Then, we will give careful consideration to the future. After that, I will abolish the Sakoku decree.
Really? That's huge news.
I am no longer pursuing an eternity defined by stasis. In which case, there is no further need to keep the nation under lock and key.
Wait, will the
I
actual,
don't doubt
will
that
the
many
eternal
challenges
hurricane
lie
actually
ahead for
disappear?
Inazuma.
But out of those challenges will be
I'm looking
born new
forward to it.
opportunities. Put a screenshot of it, heck. Well, Tommy, you still have your turn to play the mission, so I think it'll be fine.
Many challenges still lie ahead for Inazuma, but I am prepared for them.
Yay Miko said she was placing her god dash.
Miko said nothing of the sort. Some words are not to be passed on. Trust me. You don't want to know the cost of betraying me. Just think of the things I said to you as
What are you talking about?
nothing. Ooh,
Many challenges still lie ahead for Inazuma.
About
Makoto's
the
gaze
gaze
was
of the
always
gods.
fixed, but now,
Oh, I
if
thought it was
the people
about
of the
visions.
past deserve the gods' attention,
indeed, many challenges still lie ahead for Inaz. To put it
But
bluntly,
the centuries of dueling.
faced with an endless battle. Safe to say, were it not for my previous experiences and through it all, many challenges still lie ahead for Inazuma. Don't worry,
About the damage to
I
the
haven't
sacred
forgotten.
sakura.
It's not only the monsters that I am worried about.
Okay.
that's a tough one, all right.
Since you clearly understand, many challenges still lie ahead for Inazuma.
Okay, I have no other questions. And the end, I guess. Oh wait,
Many
we can
challenges
still go
still
back.
lie ahead.
Okay, so we can keep doing this until you teleport out, I guess. Okay, so I guess that's it for today then.
See that he stays safe.
I am going to have to start gathering the materials to level Miko off streams, but thank you all for tuning in today. So thank you everyone. Thank you Tommy, Cole, Hatanashi, eBay, if you're still there. J-Wing. Oh wait, J-Wing left. But thank you anyways, but yeah, thank you everyone for tuning in today. We got Miko in. Oh, Livy, you're still here. I forgot. Sorry about that. Yeah, so thank you all for tuning in today. I will be streaming again on Friday. It will be more League of Legends. Yes, I calculated that I have to play approximately another 18.5 hours of games in order to reach my goal in the event. So, there will be 2 hours of that on Friday. I hope to see you all then. Oh yeah, thank you, Elite. Yeah, so I hope to see you all then. And until then, I hope you all have a good rest of your night. Good night, everyone. Good night.